How's it going, guys? Shizukatz here on the Tressa's Collectibles channel, and today we are going to be doing a product opening for the long-awaited Hololive production in English Weiss Schwarz. So this is a set that's been out for, I think, about half a year now in the Japanese format, and the English players have been waiting for this for quite a while, and so now it is finally here. If you guys haven't already checked it out, we did a trial deck opening where we opened up one of each of the trial decks a couple weeks back. But now that the booster set is here, we're going to be cracking open not one, not two, but three booster boxes for you guys. Now, because we're going to be opening more product than we usually do, we're not going to be going as in-depth about some of the individual cards that we will be pulling out of these boxes. But if you guys check out our previous video where I went over one tip for every single one of the Hololive girls, we go a bit more in-depth on some of the notable cards for each of your favorite VTubers. And you guys can go ahead and check that video out. We'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below so you guys can check out the tips and learn how to play some of your favorite Hololive VTubers cards in Weiss Schwarz. Now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get straight into today's opening. All right, guys, let's get started with our first booster box. So every booster box for Hololive production has 5 double Rs as well as 3 foil cards guaranteed in every booster box. This is obviously more than the usual, where you're usually getting like 4 or 5 double Rs and 1 or 2 foils. And the reason for this is because Hololive is a set that has 15 double R rarity cards and so many foil cards. So you're going to be getting a lot more than what you usually do per box. But just because of how many double Rs there are in the set, even though you're getting more double Rs per box, you are actually getting less copies of each double R per case. So you're probably looking at around, on average, 6 copies of each double R within a single case. So let's go ahead and crack it open. As a box topper, in every single box, you're going to be getting an OFR, not a foil OFR, but without the frame of one of the 31 climaxes available in the set. So this includes the climaxes from the trial decks as well. So as you can see here, the box topper promo that we did get in our first box is the Rhodesia Pants Climax from the Generation 3 trial deck. So in Hololive production, every single one of the 31 VTubers has exactly 1 climax card that they can use. And so this one is Rhodesia's from the trial deck. So let's go ahead and crack our box open. So 16 packs, since we are on the new box ratios. So let's go ahead and get straight into our first box. So as with every booster pack in the new format, we are getting 9 cards per pack. And since this is the English format, I believe the good card should be the one that's second from the back. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The level 0 Mio, level 2 Hato, the Hachima Beam counter, Coco Drop Search, Aki Rosen. Oh, actually, it looks like they are now putting the double R in the middle of the pack. So I guess they are no longer putting it second from the back. So for our first double R for the box, we do have the level 3 Sora. This is a minus soul combo that can proliferate into more copies of herself. So it can be very, very annoying and make it very difficult for your opponent to deal damage to you as you just spawn multiple copies of herself and just prevent your opponent from dealing damage. We have Polka. Let's go ahead and separate these by rarity. Level 1 Aqua. And for our rare for the first pack, we have the level 0 Lamy Brainstorm. So this set has a Brainstorm, plussing Brainstorm for every single generation, so that no matter which generation you want to play, you do have access to plussing Brainstorms. In fact, I think in total, between both the trial deck and the booster set, I think there's 13 Brainstorms in all, so you have plenty of options to choose from. Obviously, all of the ones from the trial deck, they do have those 1000 power boosting abilities if you do want to run any of the trial deck climax combos. So definitely good options, even though they are just draw brainstorms. That power buffing ability definitely makes them very, very useful. So let's get into our second pack. We have the Dochi Dochi Ayame. It's a mill runner, but she doesn't know whether she's gonna run to the left or the right. The Toa Brainstorm, again, another one of the many brainstorms in the set, this one for Gen 4. Lamy, Matsuri. This is actually a pretty useful card, and what I think is pretty funny about this card is that the flavor text between the non-foil and the foil version is different. So the non-foil version says Gugu, and the foil version says Gaga. And looks like we do have our first of our 3 foils for this box, which is the level 2 Mio. Go ahead and take a look at that. It's got a pretty nice textured background, as all SRs do these days. Very, very beautiful card. So let's go ahead and get a sleeve on this. So for our first foil, we have the level 2 Mio. Moving along, we have Okayu, Flare, and for our second rare of the box, we have the level 0 Okayu. This is a brainstorm for gamers. And this brainstorm, when you hit a climax, she actually lets you look through the top 3 cards of your deck to choose one card from among them and add it to your hand, allowing you to get through your deck quickly, but also has the ability to grab cards that aren't characters. So it can grab events and climaxes as well. All right, let's keep going. Toa. Event card, Aqua, definitely one of the strongest cards in the set, in pretty much everyone's opinion. It's a super duper strong level 0 that you can run in basically any Hololive deck, and it's a common card. So if you're looking for a very cheap option that is very effective, this is definitely a card to look at. And no double R in this pack. We have level 2 Mio, Watame, Luna, and for our rare for the pack, we have the Bouquet event. This is a -1 soul twice counter event, so definitely an option to look into if you want to play a defensive Hololive deck rather than one that tries to go for big damage. Okay, let's keep going. Roboco, Rhodesia, Watame. This is actually pretty neat card. I think it's supposed to represent like Watame Jankenpon, but unlike in Rebirth for You, where they actually had a rock, paper, scissors effect, this one isn't quite exactly rock, paper, scissors. It's just both players milling the top card. And it looks like we have a double R. We have Kiryu Koko, the Kaicho herself. This is a very, very unique finisher because it allows you to pay the cost for her finisher up to 5 times, and then you can use her finisher ability up to 6 times at once. So really, really neat and unique ability. Oh, sorry, this should go here. This is double R. Rhodesia and Flare for our rare. She has a bond and resonance combination with, of course, Noelle. And if you guys have seen our one tip for every Hololive Girl video, we did feature this Flare in that video. We have the level 3 Okayu. This is a very, very interesting card as it can mill your opponent up to 24 cards and potentially force them to take a bunch of refresh damage. So if you're looking for a super fun gamers build, you could try building around that card. And it looks like we do have our second foil of the box, level 0 Marin. Able to run to the back row by sacrificing one of your other Hololive characters on stage. And this is one of the many cards from Generation 3 that can benefit from sacrificing a character, so it has really good synergy with the level 0 Pekora that we also featured in our tips video. And for the rare, we have the 1-0 Aqua. With experience, she gains extra power, and then during your turn, when she reverses her battle opponent, you can send that card to the bottom of the opponent's deck. Really nice card if you're able to get her high enough to just permanently remove some of your opponent's more important stuff that they want to try to keep around. All right, next pack. Oh, whoa, 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 holy moly. That's an SSP. Holy, all right, SSP Aqua. Let's go ahead and get a sleeve on that. Oh, let's take a look at that. What a beautiful card. I just really love this rainbow border that they have on all these SSPs. I really, really hope they bring this back. It looks super, super good. But let's go ahead and get a nice look at that. Holy, that just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't even have any chance to like react to that. Oh man. Okay, so first box, we just instantly hitting an SSP. Not wasting any time here, so. All right, let's keep going and see what else we can pull. Level 1 Roboco. Oh my god. This is, unfortunately, this was a blue SSP, but not the correct blue SSP, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But man, like, this is definitely like such an amazing hit. Just, oh, look at it. It's so pretty. Okay. We're not even halfway through the first box. It's kind of crazy, so. Okay, one of my favorite arts of the set, the smug Korone with the glasses. Actually a really, really good card, able to discard events to salvage any Hololive character. No rare in this pack. We have the 1-0 Roboco-san, which we featured in our tips video, being able to use this for the fusion on the 2-1 Roboco from the trial deck. For our rare, we have a level 0 Suisei Climax Swapper. One of multiple Climax Swappers in the set. People typically regard this Suisei as one of the weaker ones because she is an on-death Climax Swap as opposed to the other ones which are on play, like the level 0 Watame from the Gen 4 trial deck. But if you are a big Suisei fan, you could definitely still make use of this card. Okay, it looks like we have, in the same box, we pulled both the RR and SSP Aquas, so we can go ahead and just get a quick look at both of those real quick. So here's our RR, and here's our SSP. Wow. If you guys are Akutan fans, definitely this is the big Aqua box right here. All right, for our uncommons, we have Marin and Lamy, and for our rare, we have level 2 Toa. This is actually a really good card for if you're playing a deck that can play a very big board and force your opponent to crash lanes. You can use this Toa to, by sacrificing yourself, you can force your opponent to move one of their back row to the front row so that you can kill their utility cards as well as their front row as they crash their lanes in. Here's the level 0 Pekora that gains a marker, one that synergizes very well with a lot of Generation 3 cards, since by sacrificing her, you do get to bring her back. And this really is the Aqua box. The Climax rare in the middle of the pack, we are getting the Aqua Climax as well. And for our first rare of the second half of the box, we have the level 3 Miko Support. A card that you can look to bring out potentially with a standby Climax, like Miko's Standby. So you can bring this out early and give your characters a 2k buff. Let's go ahead and put our Climax over here. Okay. And 1-1 IMA. 3-2 Korone. This is a very fun card as it combos with the Korone from the trial deck. It has the same Climax, so you can go ahead and run both without using up any extra Climax slots. For a rare, we have the 3-2 Kanata, having the choice between 3 abilities, very strong. Okay. Moving right along. Still have 2 RRs to hit, and it looks like we have one right here, the level 0 Matsuri Brainstorm. Definitely one of my favorite Brainstorms in the set. Just having the flexibility between using the Brainstorm or the Rest Her to give 1500 power to one of your level 1 or higher characters is definitely always a really good option to have. Normally when you are not using your Brainstorm, it's kind of just sitting there doing nothing, but in this case, you still have something to do with this Matsuri. And the level 2 Korone. another card that synergizes very well with the Gamers event from the trial deck. So if you want to run a deck based around Gamers using that event, definitely look into using this Korone, as you can get a lot of extra utility out of those Gamers events, besides just playing them normally. Okay, couple Gen 5 cards. We have Nene and Botan, Aki Rose, Ayame, another Climax rare in the center, and we do have the 3-2 Coco's Climax that we did pull, the 3-2 Coco. All these Climaxes, honestly, just such beautiful commissioned art. I just love all of them. And for... okay, that Climax was supposed to be in the back, I guess, but okay, for our rare for the pack, we do have Polka level 3, and a great early play if you want to play the memory package. The fact that you can bring out this Polka just by having a certain number of different names in memory is really nice. Unlike a lot of other early plays where being able to early play them is dependent on like your deck state. Like for example, having 2 or less Climaxes in your waiting room. This being able to just come out whenever, as long as the memory condition is met, is really, really good. And for our Climax, we have Pekora. This is definitely not Pain Peko because we pulled Aqua SSP. And looks like another pack where the rare is in the back, kind of weird. But we have the 3-2 Mel with the ability to grab a Climax from your waiting room on play by paying 1 stock. That's actually an ability that she has in common with the level 3 Watame from the Generation 4 trial deck. So if you're looking to get some extra access to your Climaxes in the late game, you can look into running either the Mel or the Watame. And both of them are yellow, so if you're, as long as you're playing yellow, you have the option to play play either of those cards. All right, we're on the home stretch for this box. Just got a few packs left to go and only 1 double R left to see. Level 3 Fubuki, one of the early plays in this set. As I was saying with the Polka, it's really nice that the Polka can come into play anytime as long as you have enough memory. But other cards like the Fubuki that require you to have 2 or less Climaxes in the waiting room are a little bit harder to bring out sometimes, but they're more usable in a general strategy that isn't running any memory cards. Okay. Where is the last double R? Looks like we're about to hit it. I think that's Miko based on the background color. And it is. We have the level 1 Miko standby combo. It's not the most exciting combo just being an honor verse salvage, but the fact that it's on a standby Climax is a part of what makes this combo really, really playable. Being able to utilize that standby in combination with other cards, other very powerful cards that let you play higher level characters earlier than you're supposed to. Okay, and then for our rare, we have the 2-2 Botan. And one really fun thing about Miko cards, if you guys were not aware, is that just like Luna, where a lot of her cards, their theme is that because she's 0 years old, a lot of those cards are level 0. A lot of Miko's cards, not all of them, but a lot of them, are 3,500 power because 3-5 in Japanese can be said as mi go. So that basically goes to 3-5, you know, Miko 35. And so I'm pretty sure all of you guys that are already Miko fans definitely already know that. But for those of you that aren't as much in the know, that is a pretty neat theme that she has. And her Climax is even called Meeting with 3-5T. So, you know, got that 3-5 theme going on. And for the last pack of our first box, so we've already gone through all of our foils and all of our double Rs. So, okay, this right here, this is one of my favorite Climax arts in the entire set, the Marine Climax. This looks so good. And I actually think this this Climax shares an artist with one of the other Climaxes in the set. So I'm gonna have to take a look to see if we have that. And this is another pack with the rare in the back. So we have the 1-0 Martin. I think it might be just that all of the packs that have the Climax rare in the middle of the pack, they just default to having the rare in the back maybe. But yeah, so that concludes our first box. I think it's actually the Toa. I believe the Toa Climax and the Martin Climax have the same artist. And both of these, honestly, okay, just like every Climax, every Climax in Hololive just looks absolutely gorgeous. Like some of these artists, like Fumi, the artist for the Watame Climax, these Sak, the artist for Shion's, like all of these artists, just all of this beautiful art that is on these Climaxes. All right, so that concludes our first box. I don't think we'll be pulling another SSP after hitting the first one, but we'll go ahead and clean up and get ready for our second booster box. All right, here we go, guys, on to box number 2. So we don't have any more SSPs to pull, but there are still some SPs that we can get as the box ratio, or the case ratio. I actually think I forgot to mention it earlier, but just in case, we'll recap that the case ratios are, you should be looking at 1 SSP and 4 SPs per case. So out of this case, we do have the SSP already. So let's see if we can hit some SPs. Our box topper for this box is the Sora Gold Bar. Goes with the level 3 Sora that we pulled in our first box. Now there are 15 double Rs in the set. So hypothetically, between these 3 boxes, we could pull all 15. And I doubt we will, but you know, we can hope. We can hope that we get to showcase all 15 of these double Rs to you guys. And if not, you know, we have the rest of the double Rs on the side, so we can take a look at them anyway. But let's go ahead and get right into our second booster box. And we are starting off hot with a double R that we have not seen yet. The level 3 Marin goes with the Climax that we just got off of the last box. So this level 3 Marin has a very typical burn effect, but her on-play effect, very, very unique. We went over this card in our tips video, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, we go a little bit more in depth on how you can utilize the first effect in combination with some other cards. For our rare, we have the level 2 Toa. Which side did I take from first, actually? I want to keep going on the same side. So we took from the left side first. So let's keep going from the left side. Okay. Remember, guys, go ahead and let us know down in the comment section who is your favorite Hololive VTuber and why. We just want to get all of the Hololive fans talking about this and getting into Weiss Schwarz, whether it's on just a collector level or even a player level. We definitely would love to have all of you guys as part of our community. And it looks like we have another double R. And if I remember this background correctly, this is the Okayu level 1, and it is. So far we are 7 out of the 15 double Rs for the set. Looking good so far. Oh, our rare, the 2-1 Korone. The Okayu, one of the many level 1 Climax options in the set. Definitely a very great card, giving you the ability to mill through your deck, as well as being able to grab any card out of the top 3, even more copies of Climaxes or event cards. And you don't even have to show what card you're adding to your opponent, which is really, really nice. Keeps them in the dark a bit. So we do have the Climax rare in the middle of the pack, and if this is like the last box, the rare should be at the back then. And it looks like it is, and for the rare we have another one of the level 3 Poka. All right. Oh, we have our first foil, 1-0 Matsuri Climax combo. Go ahead and take a quick look at that. This is one of the many cards in Generation 1 that has synergy with Act abilities. In Matsuri's case, she gains extra power based on the number of characters you have. Let's go ahead and get one last quick look at that. I definitely do think that we're just going to be keeping the Aqua in the front for the entire video. So unfortunately for all of the other foils that we do end up pulling. Have level 1 Roboco. I actually think we pulled this in the last box and I didn't say anything about it, but Roboco, pretty nice card for hand filter, being able to salvage a character based on the level of the top card of your deck. All right. And this is a rare, level 2 Lami. Or uncommon, rather. We have a level 0 Suisei Climax Swapper. So let's see. Of the double Rs that we have not hit yet, we have not hit, let's see, we have not hit any Gen 5, I think. So let's see if we can hit some, let's see if we can hit Nene. I think Nene might be the only Gen 5 double R, now that I think about it. Okay, for our rare, we have the 1-0 Marine Bomb. So we have Nene, Botan, Polka, and Lami. So yeah, I think Nene is actually the only double R in Gen 5. So okay, who do we have here? Just an uncommon. And for a rare, we have the Kanata level 3. And now finishing up on the left side. So far we've hit 2 double Rs and 1 foil. So still got quite a bit of stuff to go. All right. Oh, we have our second foil. And it is the level 0 Botan. One of the memory cards that you can look forward to playing in a Gen 5 base deck, or even just a general deck. This card has utility that's basically usable in any deck. Pay 1, send her to memory to look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 Hololive character from among them and add it to your hand, and send the rest to your waiting room. And for our uncommons and our rare, we have the level 0 Flare. And now on to the second half of the box. All right. Coco Climax. Oh, actually 2 climaxes in 1 pack for once. All right, we have the 3-2 Miko support. I think there's quite a few rares that we haven't pulled yet either. Okay. Polka, one of the very strong commons of the set. And another double R that we have not pulled yet. We have the level 0 Korone. This is a runaway runner, and she also on play lets you look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck and rearrange them. So having the ability to have knowledge of your upcoming triggers, definitely very strong. Or even on turn 1, if you just want to play Korone as your turn 1 play, and you see a climax in your top 2 cards. So let's say you look at your top 2 and it looks like this. You can change the order to have the climax underneath, and then you attack with Korone. Your first trigger is clean, and you have a climax on top of your deck ready to go. So definitely a lot of different ways that you can use the top check to rearrange. You can use it in combination with other cards that require you to hit a top check, such as Watame level 3 or Nene level 3. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this Korone, and it's just an overall, oh my god, I did not expect that to happen. Sorry, cards, hopefully nothing's damaged. But yeah, definitely a lot of different ways that you can use this Korone. Okay, let's take a look-see. So, and it looks like it was an SR. We have the level 1 Rhodesia. I'm just gonna double check, make sure the card's okay. It did kind of burst out of the pack. All right, looks like the card is fine. Level 1 Rhodesia. This is a very, very strong card. Being able to sacrifice a character in order to reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a Hololive character, and add it to your hand. So obviously a very good card to combo this with, as we've been saying all along, is the level 0 Pekora, if I can find it. The level 0 Pekora, when this comes into play, she gets a marker from your waiting room, and then if she's sent from stage to waiting room during your turn while she has a marker, you get to bring her back. So you play the Pekora, and then you play Rhodesia, kill the Pekora, and then top check add, and then you get to bring the Pekora back, and then you just got a free card. So definitely a strong card that sees use in builds that have a level 1 climax combo, as well as some builds that don't have a level 1 combo. So for example, there are some variants of decks running around that run the level 3 Kanata from the Generation 4 trial deck instead of a level 1 combo. And so Rhodesia is a very nice way to maintain cards in decks like that. For a rare, we have the, oh, we didn't even finish the last pack actually. So let's go ahead and just run through these real quick. We have a bouquet event. All right, getting to the end of the box, still 2 double R cards left to go. Level 0 Nene, Botan, Akirose, Ayame, Miko Climax. This is the standby climax that goes with the Miko level 1 combo. And for our rare, we have the 3-2 Mel. All right, 3 packs left. 2 of these should have double Rs. And this is not one of them. So that means our last 2 packs should both have double Rs. We have a 3-2 Fubuki early play. 2 packs left. So who do we need to hit still? We need to hit Nene. We need to hit Suisei. We need to hit Watame. So let's see if we can hit any of those. And I think we might have hit Suisei. No, this is Pekora, actually. I think both of them have the same color background, so very easy to get confused between those. But we do have the Pekora, another double R that we have not yet pulled, so very nice. 2-2 Botan. So Pekora, one of my personal favorite level 1 climax combos in the set, as I'm sure you guys all know, I do really like those level 1 climax combos that let me mill really quickly through my first deck, and Pekora lets me do just that, being able to look at up to 4 from the top of my deck, adding a Hololive character from among them to my hand, but also giving extra power to one of my characters until the end of the opponent's next turn. All right, and this should be the last double R of the box. Let's go ahead and take a look at that background. Oh, right, I forgot about this double R. Actually, I believe this is Noel level 3. And there we go. For our last double R of box number 2, we have Noel, another card that we featured in our tips video. So now, between our first 2 boxes, we have not pulled any duplicate double Rs. So I wonder how we could do on our 3rd box in terms of pulling the remaining 5. So let's think about what we're missing for a sec. So we don't have Suisei, Watame, Nene. We'll just run through the climaxes just so I can remember the characters that we have and haven't pulled, as there is 1 climax for every girl. This is, I guess, an easy way to double check who we do have and who we don't have yet. Who don't we have? Oh, we don't have Hachama. That's right, Hachama level 0. So that's 4 of the 5 that I know we're missing. So there's still 1 more. Fubuki, of course, Fubuki level 0, Fukajiro is the last double R that we are still not missing. So let's see how many of those we can hit in our 3rd and final box. All right, guys, on to our 3rd and final box. So let's go ahead and see if we can pull any of the remaining 5 double Rs and maybe also hit an SP if we're lucky. I'm gonna go ahead and reorganize our space a little here. Ooh, Suisei's Climax for our box topper. Definitely one of my favorite climax arts for the set. Although, as I've been saying this whole time, all of these climax arts are just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, even from a collector's standpoint, I feel like this is a set that you can be really proud of displaying just because all these cards are so pretty. Okay, so $5 left to hit. We need Watame, Suisei, Fubuki, Nene, and I even just went over these, and Hachama. So let's see if we can hit any of those 5 in our last box. All right. First, our commons. Our first double R. And it looks like, unfortunately, it is one that we already have. It is the level 0 Korone. So we're not going to be able to get 15 for 15 out of 3 boxes. That would have been kind of crazy. For our rare, we have the level 2 Sora support. That changes into her level 3, allowing you to bring it out earlier than usual. All right, so we still have chances to hit 4 of the 5 double Rs we're missing. So let's see how we can do there. We have the Coco Climax. And the Coco Rare as well, a 1-0 5500 Twin Drive. Twin Drive, very useful for being able to pay out climaxes right as you trigger them so that they don't get stuck in your stock. Okay. No rare in this pack, or no double R in this pack, rather. With the 1-1 Aki. It's another card that we featured in our tips video, so you guys can go check that out as well. And it looks like we have a double R in this one. Yellow background again. Watame, one of the double Rs that we have not hit. Another one of the many potent level 1 climax combo options that you have in Hololive. And then for our rare, we have the 1-0 Hachama. Not the Hachama that we're looking for. We're looking for the double R. But this is actually a super interesting card as well, as it is both a counter as well as a brainstorm. So whether you have this in your hand or on the board, this card can be doing something useful. Really, really nice card. Climax in the middle. Aqua Climax. Rare at the back. We have the level 0 Shion Brainstorm. This is one that sees play both in and out of Generation 2 decks. A big reason to run it in Gen 2 is her ability to level swap, putting cards in and out of your level zone in order to fulfill experience requirements. However, the fact that she has a Brainstorm 5 makes her just an overall good card to run in general, and so you may see this card in just any Hololive deck. All right, what do we got here? That's an SR, the 2-1 Choco standby combo. This card has some similarities to the level 2 Geld from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, as she is a field counter. You can sacrifice her off the field in order to give one of your other characters being attacked 3,500 power. But unlike Geld, she has a climax combo of her own, where when you bring her out onto stage using her standby climax, you can actually send the climax to your waiting room, and then you immediately stand her. So Geld is a slower card because you don't get to attack with him immediately, but in exchange for that, Geld does have higher power on the board, and he also actually gives more power with his field counter effect. So Choco, pretty neat card, just like that Geld, exchanging a bit of power for some speed, in that you get to attack with her immediately the turn you put her out. All right. No double R in this pack. Uncommon. 1-0 Mio. Oh, once again, I got caught up on the middle card of the pack and I did not finish the previous pack. But we have a Kanata, the non-foil version of the 2-2 Choco. And, oh wait, okay, yeah. For a second there, I was like, wait, isn't this a double R? What is this doing? What is this doing so far back in the pack? But yeah, IMA definitely one of my picks for one of the strongest cards in Hololive, and that's honestly part of the reason why I was confused as to why I actually thought it was a double R. I think this card is super, super good. Being able to play it down at level 2, deal with whatever your opponent has on the board, and you can really start to take control of the game by just shrinking their board and getting rid of their most valuable cards. So super, super strong card. Definitely one of my favorites in the Hololive booster set. It's a little bit hard to build around though, as you do need specific colors in your deck. So you need blue and yellow in your level zone, and then you also need red in your clock at the same time. So bit finicky to use, is definitely still just playable at level 3, not being early played, just to still get rid of your opponent's valuable characters. All right, next pack. We have an SR Subaru, level 0 Subaru. This is a card that lets you, this is another card that lets you level swap, similar to the level 0 Xion Brainstorm. Again, Gen 2's theme being having specific cards in your level zone. And it's also a field counter where you can sacrifice her in order to give one of your characters being attacked plus 1000 power. Okay, for our rare, oh wait, Nene was a rare. If Nene was a rare, what was the card I was thinking of for the last double R if it wasn't Nene? All right, in post editing, I will have apologized in advance for forgetting what the last double R was, because I thought it was Nene this whole time for some reason. But maybe we'll pull it and I'll remember. I'd also like to take this opportunity to apologize to all of the Oshis of whichever Hololive double R member that I have forgotten. But we'll get to them soon enough. We have the level 3 Matsuri stock swap. Another very powerful profile. As we've said in a lot of previous sets, stock swap is a very powerful profile that you do want to be trying to play if you can afford to fit it. In this case, this is no different. All right, let's see what we got. We have our first triple R of our 3 boxes, the Botan Pants Climax. So we'll go ahead and put that right here with the rest of the climaxes that we pulled so far. We have the 3-2 Pekora. All right, so we're looking for our last 3 double Rs, since we've already pulled all 3 of our foils in this box. We have another copy of the 1-0 Pekora combo for our 3rd double R. Level 0 Luna Climax Swap, another one of the Climax Swappers in this set. Alongside the Suisei and the Watame. Miko Climax. For our rare, we have level 1 Noelle. The second half of the Resonance package with the level 0 Flare, which was another rare that we looked at earlier. Okay. No double R in this one. Subaru, level 3. Definitely a card that you can combo with the level 3 Aqua. This is one of the tips that we went over in our tips video. Again, guys, there's so much stuff that we put into that tips video to help you guys out with building your own Hololive decks and constructing strategies. So if you want to get into playing Hololive as a Weiss Schwarz deck, as opposed to, you know, just having the cards and collecting, definitely give that video a check, as there is a lot of really, really cool stuff that you can learn from that video. And it looks like we got a second copy of the Marin level 3. Watame level 3 as well. And we're looking at 1 double R left within these last 2 packs. Who could it be? Looks like it's another copy of Okayu. All right, and for our rare, we have Rhodesia level 0, and then going into our last pack, Korone Suisei Fubuki Polka, Pekora Climax, Aqua Okayu Flare, oh, sorry, Flare and Choco drop salvage for our final rare. So just real quick, I need to remember who the last double R is, because I feel really bad that I was forgetting who it was. So we're missing Hachama, we're missing Suisei. Who are we missing? Missing Hachama, Suisei, Fubuki. I actually just don't know who we are missing for the last one. All right, we are just going to we're going to cut to the recap, and don't worry guys, we will have the remaining 3 double Rs to showcase to you guys so that you guys have an idea of what the last few are. So let's go ahead and cut straight to that. All right guys, we are back, and we're just going to be doing a quick recap of all of the stuff that we have pulled in our opening. So of course, for our foils, we'll go ahead and just start with that lovely Aqua SSP that's just been chilling right here on top of the rest of the foils for the entire video. Just get one last amazing look at this SSP. We have our level 0 Subaru, 2-2 Choco Sensei, 1-0 Rhodesia, level 0 Botan goes to memory and lets you mill through the deck and get some hand fix. Level 1 Matsuri combo, the level 0 Manin, back row runner, and 2-1 Mio. So those were our foils. Oh, and of course the triple R Botan Climax, can't forget about that. All right, and for our double Rs, so we pulled 4 duplicate double Rs in our last box, and as you guys just saw, I was having a hard time remembering who that last double R was. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at each of the 4 double Rs that we did not pull in our boxes. So first off, we have the Hachama level 0. She has an ability that when she becomes reversed, she lets you dig through the top 3 cards of your deck to try to find yourself a climax. And this is at no downside. So if you don't find a climax, nothing bad happens. You just milled through 3 cards in your deck. So pretty nice card. This is a profile that we've seen previously in other sets such as Bofuri. And we have level 0 Fubuki, very strong utility piece. We featured this in our tips video. Although what I actually forgot to mention in the tips video is that on play, she does also give 1500 power to any of your characters, and that can also include herself. So even apart from her utility ability, the Fukujiro portion of her effects, just being able to place her down as a 1500 buff to anywhere on your field, really, really nice. And then, of course, we have the level 0 Rhodesia. I'm going to get blasted in the comments. I already know. But the level 0 Rhodesia Brainstorm, so one of the 2 double R Brainstorms of the set alongside the Matsuri. So you have, alongside these, you have a ton of lower rarity options to choose from. And then Rhodesia also has an alarm ability that can sometimes net you an extra stock, so pretty nice card. And then of course, our final double R that we did not pull, the best for last, of course, right Mike? Mike's favorite, Suisei level 3 early play. So as we noted in our tips video, this is a card that you can basically run in any Hololive deck you want, regardless of what colors you're using, thanks to her ability that lets you ignore color restriction when putting her into play. So there you have it, guys. That has been our booster box opening for Hololive Production English Edition. Hope you guys enjoyed, and go ahead and let us know if you guys have opened your boxes already. Let us know what stuff you've pulled down in the comment section, along with who your favorite Hololive members are. We are definitely down to hype over your pulls. Let us know what cool stuff you've gotten. And yeah, until next time, this has been Shizukatz on the Tressa's Collectibles channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.